tell me what to do, all right? Hey, when I want medical advice, I'll see my own doctor. I don't need you to... What? No, just stay away from me and the baby. Just leave us both alone! Oh, you're in early?
So are you.
Yeah, I had some paperwork to finish up on. Just that annual leave roster.
That was Josh, I take it.
I'd rather not discuss it, boss.
Yes, all the same, if there is a problem...
It's personal.
Yes, I realise that, Sergeant, but all the same...
Why does everyone feel that they have to run my life for me just because I'm pregnant? It's the annual leave roster. Just 3 days overdue.
Oh, as long as my next holiday isn't.
Boss, about before, I'm sorry. I've just been a bit on edge lately. But it won't happen again.
How many weeks are you now, Sergeant?
17 and a half.
And have you given any consideration to when you might become non-operational?
Not yet.
You're not finding the job too demanding?
No. Why would I? I'm fit, I'm healthy, I can cope just fine.
Yeah, physically, I'm sure you can, but what about emotionally?
What do you mean emotionally?
Well, you're not feeling too pressured. I mean, your position does carry a lot of responsibility.
Like I said, I'm coping just fine.
All right. By the way, you haven't signed this.
Boss, there's some guy down at the squash courts making a goose of himself. Shall I, take Jones?
I can go myself.
Are you sure about that?
Yes. No reason why I shouldn't, is there?
Henry, let me in.
No.
Let me in. We only have the court for an hour.
We've been over this.
What are you doing? Get out!
Hey.
He was just about to leave.
Not without you.
Henry, you have no right to come here.
It's my time too, Karen.
Right, congratulations.
Thanks. Henry, come on. Enough is enough.
No.
Oh!
Karen, I'm sorry.
God, I'm all right.
Are you sure? Is the baby...
I'm going to have to ask you to accompany us down the station, sir.
This has nothing to do with the police.
It's a breach of the peace and it's an assault on a pregnant woman. It's got everything to do with the police.
Karen.
Stuart.
Karen.
No, come on.
No,
come
not
on.
without Karen.
Just come in.
You all right?
Is she going to come?
Yes, I think so. Sure.
That way. Of course. Yeah.
Hey, settle down. Junior member present.
Yeah, well, I and PJ and that rotten Betty picked up the garage sale last weekend. More lumps than a jar of peanuts.
I like it.
Yeah, only because you paid peanuts for it.
Aren't you two the alternative therapies clinics in the next street?
I don't
Constable
think I could walk
Jones,
that far.
can you show Mr Townsend through the interview room, please?
Right. This way, Mr. Townsend.
Could someone get my wife a glass of water? She needs to keep up her fluids.
Yes, mate.
Yeah, don't worry. We'll take good care of her.
They say pregnancy sends women off the rails.
Yeah, tell me about it. Grab a seat.
If Henry had his way, I'd be confined to bed rest for the entire 9 months. Definitely no squash.
Well, he has a right to be concerned.
But he has no right to assault her.
If we establish that it was assault.
We both saw him push her, Senior.
He's just peeved because I started playing again.
So why did you quit in the first place?
Because as soon as I fell pregnant, Henry kept going on about it. He was driving me nuts.
And there's no medical reason why you shouldn't play.
None at all.
She almost lost the baby twice in the first trimester. I mean, if that's not enough...
She says that the doctor gave her the all-clear to play the sport.
No, actually, what the doctor said was everything seemed to be fine now. But no guarantees. He stressed that.
So why did she take up squash again?
The coach put the pressure on her.
And she thought that was more important than the health of the baby.
My wife really isn't herself at the moment. It's just the hormones, I understand that.
Hormones?
Yeah, well, pregnant brain, it's a common phenomenon.
Pregnant brain. And what about your behaviour today, Mr Townsend? We can scarcely put that down to pregnant brain, can we?
I was at my wit's end.
Senior Constable Stewart will finish processing you.
Processing me? For what?
Well, I'm going to charge you with unlawful assault.
Jonesy?
How much longer is this going to take?
I'll just check for you. Just get you dressed there.
Just find out if she needs me to hang around.
You're kidding, right?
Kidding about what?
Charging that poor bugger.
The poor bugger caused us a lot of trouble this morning.
Look, it's tough being an expectant father too, you know.
No, I don't know, Ben. Do you need her to hang around? Have you finished taking a statement?
Yeah, I think she'd rather be making a statement to a divorce lawyer, though.
Can't say I blame her.
So, free to go?
Oh, yeah.
That's fine, Mrs. Townsend. You can go now, yeah?
You don't think a little counselling might sort this one out, son?
I was about to suggest the same thing myself.
It couldn't hurt, surely.
Mrs. Townsend? Before you go,
Senior Sergeant Croydon's right. It is a well-known fact that you ladies tend to get a little bit erratic at times like this.
I believe the technical term is pregnant brain.
Yes, I believe that we men can get a bit erratic at times too, but we can't go off half-cocked over every little argument. It's a matter of compromise.
How can we compromise?
Well, perhaps you could play a sport that was slightly less demanding. Something you could do together.
Henry hates exercise.
I like walking.
A 5-minute stroll around the block just doesn't do it for me, Henry.
Bushwalking.
Oh, yeah, sure. I can just see us hiking the high hills together.
Sounds like a good idea to me.
Great. Well, now that's sorted. What about this assault charge?
Well, that's entirely up to Sergeant Gallagher, but she understands the value of compromise.
Mr. Townsend, this is your bail form. You're being bailed on your own undertaking to appear at St David's Magistrates Court on the 14th of next month. Do you understand that? Just sign there, thanks. You free to leave? You did say it was up to me.
I did indeed. Oh, cheers.
Teresa Ann Gallagher.
Thanks.
Who's sending you carried letters?
Just give it to me, Joe.
You got out the wrong side of the bed this morning?
Well, at least it was a comfortable bed.
Joe, any idea who that was from?
Oh, Hapworth and something solicitors.
Maybe she just inherited like $1 million.
Either that or Josh is filing for divorce.
Either way, somebody should go in there and make sure she's all right.
Somebody should. Somebody who doesn't mind getting their head bitten off.
He is divorcing me. I should be divorcing him.
What about the baby?
It says, regular contact. He knows I'll fight him on that one.
Well, he is a father. If it goes to court, it'll cost an arm and a leg, and he can afford it, Tess. You can't.
Damn!
In a couple of weeks, you'll be out of those pants. What are you going to do then?
Get a bigger pair. Why don't you start? I'll go non-operational when I'm good and ready.
Just in the meantime, don't let anyone see you're out of uniform.
Thanks.
See? $1,500. It's a steal.
Then you steal it. Look, I'm not spending that sort of money on something you spend 8 hours a day unconscious on.
Wasn't a inheritance, I take it?
No. Josh wants a divorce, but don't you say a thing.
Oh, no, just
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's a divorce.
Almost as good as an inheritance, I guess.
Beg your pardon?
Well, in that Josh, can't be short of a bob.
I'm not taking a cent.
Well, except for child support.
No, except nothing. I will stay out of his life and he can stay out of mine and the baby's.
Tess, no father is going to write off his own flesh and blood.
You can, it's Josh.
Yeah, I don't think you understand what I'm saying.
I'm not asking you for your opinion. I'm just telling you what's happening.
I've got another domestic for Townsend's.
Well, so much for compromise.
Trying to run my life for me. Well, I've had it up on you, please. Get out and stare. No, not my good shit. Oh, telling me what to have for breakfast, what to wear.
All right, there's
when
enough,
to
you
breathe,
two.
what to
I
think.
thought everything was straightened out between you.
Oh, he does seem to get home.
Yeah, I
Honor
know.
me,
It
gentlemen.
affects
Squash
someone in
a
that way,
paddock here.
hormones.
Oh, hormones. Well, as you're obviously setting your hormones off, maybe you should just do as she asked.
Oh, what, leave?
I want a divorce, Henry. I mean it.
But we can't. Think of the child.
Think of the child. You're obsessed by the child.
Listen, it might be a good idea,
That's
mate,
why
just
we
for the
left
next few
him married
days,
in the
Let
first
things
place.
blow over.
Baby machine, that's all I
Yeah,
really
no,
want.
maybe, buy some
You thought about getting a locks changed?
Oh, it won't do any good. I mean, if you can't get in, he'll just wait for me to come out.
Yeah, perhaps you're right.
It's going to be a real problem. Think about getting an intervention order.
Can you organise it?
What? I don't think it's got to that stage yet, Mrs. Townsend, not without an established ongoing problem, which this isn't.
I'll have a chat to a solicitor. You still want to go ahead, contact me and I'll arrange it.
I'll give one a call straight away.
Look, I don't see how advising Mrs. Townsend on her rights was in...
But it wasn't advice, not in the usual sense. It was personal.
Well, we're only human, Ben. Empathy's a natural reaction.
Yes, natural, but it's not professional.
I hardly think you can afford to point out any deficiencies in professionalism. Getting personally involved's your forte, isn't it?
Yes, but I'm not the sergeant, am I?
Futon?
I've slept on one once. Woke up with more kinks than a piano accordion.
Well, then, back to the chiropractic.
What about a board?
Not to whack Paige over the head with.
Under the mattress. My dad used to swear by a board.
No, I don't think that sounds any good.
Matter of fact, I've got just the thing out the back. The old door off the wardrobe in room 7.
What do you want for it?
For you, Pete. No charge.
Speak of my language.
Bored for the day.
Board on the bed should stay on the wardrobe.
Rough night, eh?
Maybe you're going to have to cough up for that new chiropractic mattress after all.
No way. That board is going to have a close encounter with an axe.
No way, pal. Bed stays, so is the board. Failing that, you know what the alternative is.
Sergeant, can you spare a minute?
Are you questioning my judgment?
I'm simply trying to establish the facts. I'm sure in my shoes you'd do exactly the same.
In your shoes, I think I'd probably trust my sergeant to do a job. What's Stuart been saying, anyway?
He merely expressed concern, and fair enough. You know that intervention orders are often misused. We have to make sure that people understand we can't just go issuing them willy-nilly.
I advised Mrs. Townsend to get legal advice first. Stuart happened to mention that? No, of course he didn't. And you're so convinced that being pregnant turns every woman into some kind of hormonal half-wit that you just took his word for it. Well, that's great.
I'm sure if Mrs. Townsend misunderstood, then her solicitor will very soon set her straight.
Actually, boss, Mrs. Townsend's solicitor's here. He wants to see you, Sarge, about the intervention order.
Andrew Vale. I believe it was you who encouraged my client to seek an intervention order.
I suggested it, yeah.
Which was all she could do. Mr. Townsend hadn't even left the property yet, let alone been back to cause any trouble.
It's the job of the police to facilitate these things, not to pass judgment. That's up to the magistrate.
Well, it's unlikely that any magistrate would issue an intervention order in this case.
I didn't have any trouble. Townsend's staying at the Imperial. I'll let this served as soon as possible.
I'll see to it personally.
Do tell your father that Senior Sergeant Croydon sends his regards.
You know my father?
Yes, we've met quite often, usually for a spot of headbutting in court. You haven't followed in his footsteps, I take it?
Criminal law? No. I've specialised in family law, although there are just as many underdogs to defend, women mostly. And when it comes to divorce, I believe that women deserve all the help they can get. In case you know anyone.
I don't.
I do. Me.
Teresa, this bloke's a chip off the old block. Overinflated sense of his own importance and no doubt a bill of costs to match.
If you want the best, you got to pay for it.
Their MO is to go for the throat and slug it out in court if necessary. No compromises, no discussion, no mediation, and they pick their targets.
Meaning pregnant women, who, as we all know, are incapable of making rational decisions. What would you have me do, boss? Just take the first offer I get from Josh and be grateful?
Oh, don't be stupid, of course not.
Or maybe being a good Catholic, you think I should grovel at his feet and beg him to take me back. I'm not doing that.
Tess.
Excuse me. I'd like to talk about my divorce now.
Hopworth and Longfellow, that ain't come cheap.
Money's not a concern for him.
I can see that. BMW, a property in Camberwell, family trust.
He can keep the lot as long as he promises no contact.
You don't have to compromise, you know. Now, this business with stealing drugs, he was convicted?
Yes.
And he's still practising?
The medical board suspended him for 6 months.
Oh, they won't like it if we stir it all up again. I'm sure your husband will be happy to settle out of court if he knows we're prepared to do just that.
Mr. Vale, in my line of work, that's called blackmail.
Yes, well, in my line of work, it's called quid pro quo.
I want to be fair.
We have a lot to think about. Let's meet again tomorrow. In the meantime, do your sums, Tess. And as for fair, just remember, all's fair in love and divorce.
Today? That's wonderful. What time? Okay, well, can you call me when you do know so I can nip home? I'm just at work at the moment. Okay, thanks.
Hey, how'd you go?
Well, I think.
Hope he told you to go for the lot.
I did point out the difficulties of giving a child the best on a sergeant's salary, yeah.
Having first noted that on a doctor's salary, Josh could afford to pay all your legal costs and his if it turned into a bun fight, right?
Why should I compromise, Ben? Doesn't my child deserve the best?
It's just a passing comment.
I've told you to keep your comments to yourself. And that includes going to the boss behind my back.
I did not go to the boss behind your back. I was merely reporting the events which unfolded yesterday.
Right, what's going on here?
Oh, look, I just made a remark and the sergeant
Yeah, well, I'm
flew
sick
off
and
the
tired of
handle.
your remarks. Everything I say, everything I do, you've got an opinion
Sergeant,
about
this
it.
isn't
You're a
helpful.
one-man Greek chorus.
Sergeant!
Hey, what's this intervention order still doing here?
We've been busy.
Busy. Well, I have to do everything myself.
Go with us, Stuart.
What?
Do as you're told. Pick up the lunches while you're about it. And, Stuart, try and keep your feet out of your mouth, will you?
This is ridiculous. The woman is pregnant with my child.
I'd get some legal advice, man.
This isn't a legal matter. This is an issue of moral rights, the rights of a father.
Now, it seems that all that counts for these days is women getting their pound of flesh out of us in the courts.
We all know that it takes more than a pound of flesh to raise a child.
I won't allow this. I will talk to Karen.
No, you won't, Mr. Townsend. If you go within 500 metres of your wife, you'll be in breach of the order and you'll be arrested. Do you understand that?
And when the child's born, what then? Will me trying to be a father be a breach of the order too?
You will be entitled to contact.
Contact.
There you go.
I'm not surprised he took it hard. I mean, his first kid.
Well, I'm not surprised you want to take out an intervention order. Thanks. That guy will not take no for an answer.
Well, I doubt she's got anything to worry about. The way we rubbed his nose in it.
Mate, the intervention order wasn't our idea.
As good as.
I suggested it, Stuart. You know, if I hear one more word out of you...
Sergeant, is there a problem here?
Nothing I can't handle, boss.
Good. Are they mine and PJs?
Yeah.
Brought you lunch.
Oh, thanks.
Listen, have you ever had to work with a pregnant member before?
Oh, for about 6 weeks. Turned out to be a false alarm, fortunately.
Yes, well, it's something I've managed to avoid very neatly.
Oh, so she's a little ratty.
She is a lot ratty, PJ. She'd be much better off non-operational.
Careful, boss. Your chauvinism is showing.
Yeah, I can't help that.
Natural instincts, eh?
Yes, well, unfortunately, it's natural instincts that are wreaking havoc on my station, particularly with Stuart.
Well, you know, Ben, he just gets a bit passionate about stuff. Look, she can't stay operational forever. Just go with the flow. It'll all blow over.
Right there.
Well, it's not here now.
Well, somebody must have moved it.
Ben, you were the last one who had it.
What's funny about that?
The old beggar's brain strikes again.
I've had just about enough of this.
Yes, and so have I. My office now, both of them.
It was a misunderstanding. Won't happen again.
Stuart?
I think that Sergeant Gallagher should do us all a favour, herself included, and take herself off operational duties.
When and if the sergeant decides to go non-operational is her choice. That's regulation, Senior.
Isn't there also something in the regulations about her needing a medical certificate, which you don't have,
Oh,
do you?
that's enough, Stuart. Whatever Sergeant Gallagher decides to do, she is still the sergeant round here. Is that clear?
Yeah, perfectly.
Right. Out. Is this what I'm going to have to put up with for the rest of your pregnancy? You and Stuart at each other's throats.
Not if he behaves himself.
And you don't think your own behaviour might have contributed to all this?
No, I don't.
Right, I want you to work with Jones, not Stuart.
For how long?
For as long as you're operational. That way I think we'll all feel a lot better. That's not coming in here. It's Parish!
What are you doing? Bring it here.
Hey, I was told to deliver to this address, and that's what I'm doing.
No, I said to phone here first, not to bring it here.
Look, I haven't got time to muck around. Either it stays here or it goes back to the warehouse.
Well, in that case, you can take it back to
Oh,
the warehouse.
No, please. It's a last line stock. It could be weeks before I can get another one.
Weeks, months.
Please, just so I can get a taxi truck.
Yeah, all right.
Please. Great. You can just bring it through to the kitchen and be out of the way.
Hurry up and get the taxi truck.
Well, just give Jones half an hour off.
Me?
Yeah, well, it'll fit on your roof rack, won't it?
Joe? Just do it, Joan.
No, I'm afraid I'll have to wait till he gets back.
Gets back from where?
Patrol. You're on patrol with me, boss's orders.
Can't that wait?
No, I'm sorry. We've got a job to do. Right now.
Look, Peach, 2 complimentary down-filled pillows.
Would it be a dumb question to ask what we're doing here?
Let's just say I've got a bit of a problem with a doubting Thomas. Not to mention a doubting Ben. I need a medical certificate.
Right, so while you're seeing the doctor, what do you want me to do?
Oh, it's patrol, isn't it? Why don't you go and patrol the vending machine? I hear the hot chocolate's not bad.
Get out! Get out! Get out! Get out!
Can you make us see reason, Doctor?
Mrs. Townsend, he is the father.
No, I don't care if he's Lord God Almighty. He is not supposed to come within 500 metres of Mrs. Townsend.
This baby, the first ultrasound, surely we can make allowances.
What ultrasound? I'm not having it when he's here. Now, I really have to pee, excuse me.
Mr. Townsend, you're in breach of an intervention order, and I'm going to have to arrest you.
Wait, we have to
No,
talk.
Oh!
Tess! Tess! Tess!
Doctor!
Joe and Ben are picking up Townsend.
Where's Karen?
She drove herself home. It's okay. It's you that we were worried about.
No, I'm fine. So is the baby. Okay, how is it?
In the normal range.
Great. So you can give me a medical certificate?
I think we should do an ultrasound first. The baby's heartbeat is strong, but I'd like to make sure. You've had one before?
No, never really seen the need.
We want to be 100% certain, don't we?
Yeah. Yes, we do. No, don't argue, Tess. Not this time, please.
Like a Mr. Squiggle roaring on a bad day.
There, see the head? And there's the little hands.
Yeah. It's all right.
A nice, perfectly healthy little baby.
Everything okay?
Yeah, everything's fine.
Great.
Do you want to have a look?
Thought you'd never ask. First baby.
I'm sorry, I didn't realise.
Realise what?
You're the father, yes?
Oh, no.
Just good friends.
Would you like to know the sex?
Yeah.
No. Print out a picture if he wants. He can frame it.
It's incredible.
Yeah. It is.
It's enough to make anyone cry.
It's a disinfectant, makes my eyes water.
You ever seen a baby in the womb? It's in the Constable Stewart.
Well, you mean an ultrasound? Yeah?
I haven't.
Yes, well, unfortunately, it's going to be out of bounds for you in the future, Mr. Townsend, unless, of course, you want to be charged again. Are you satisfied with your treatment by the police here today?
Yeah, well, if you want me to give you a mark out of 10 for compassion...
Thank you very much. Just sign here. Thank you.
Joe. Please.
Thank you.
I beg of you, please, get rid of this bloody thing.
As soon as Jonesy gets back, it's gone.
Hey, it's not going home. Not over my dead body.
I don't care how many dead bodies it takes. I want it out of here tonight.
It can go in the spare room. Satisfied? Spare room.
What? You spent all that money on something's going into the spare room?
Oh, it won't be wasted, PJ. The spare room's where I'll be sleeping from now on.
Sergeant, everything all right?
Everything is fine.
What's this?
My medical certificate. As my doctor says, a healthy, fit woman can do just about anything. Pregnancy notwithstanding.
I'm very glad to hear it, Sergeant.
Where's Townsend?
You processed him already.
What?
It's done.
Well, we didn't think he'd be back today.
You did charge him?
Yeah, of course. He breached his intervention order.
Yeah, but what about with assault police? Great, so I'll have to interview him again myself. Hey, what is this crazy thing still doing here?
Yeah, it's going right now, Jonesy.
Get rid of it!
PJ! PJ!
Surely two strapping lads like you had no trouble moving a bed.
Define move, boss.
We had to move it into every room in the house.
Before Joe, good morning, finally managed to convince PJ to let us move it into their room.
I trust it was worth it.
Yeah, definitely.
I was so stuffed I would have slept on broken glass.
Oh, come on, PJ. You've got to admit it's a big improvement.
Mr. Townsend. I was going to call you this morning.
I want to report an attempted murder.
Whose?
Mine. I was coming out of the car park and I tried to brake. Nothing.
Well, brakes have been known to fail, Mr. Townsend.
I put new pads in just last week.
Maybe the mechanic left off a couple of screws or something.
No, somebody did this on purpose.
Yep, the brake lines have been cut, all right. And look.
No prizes for guessing who's responsible. Karen.
Cutting brake lines is not something most women can list on their resumes, Mr. Townsend.
Karen did a mechanics course at TAFE last year. It was a birthday present from me. Look, I want to arrest her as soon as possible.
He's trying to set her up. Get himself off the hook.
Right, so we look for evidence that she was involved, find none, and then he ends up even deeper in the proverbial. I don't get it.
Well, he has driven her to the limit lately.
Well, maybe she's finding the pregnancy a bit of a strain.
Well, of course, we all know that every pregnant woman's capable of murder.
Jonesy, you ask him for a chat, please.
Yep.
He wasn't badly hurt by any happy chance?
Not a scratch.
Yeah, pity.
Mrs. Townsend, this was no accident. The brake lines had been cut.
You're kidding?
Any ideas who might do something like this?
Only his first wife. The one he dumped because she couldn't produce any Townsend progeny, but she's in Cairns as far as I know.
Anyone else?
My husband is actually a very nice man. Unless you happen to be married to him, of course.
I understand you did a mechanics course last year.
How do you know about that? Oh, Henry's saying I did it, isn't he? Well, I didn't. And you know what? I bet he did it himself.
Why? So he can blame you?
Exactly.
So you're saying this is about revenge because you want a divorce?
Yes. Now, can I go? The squash finals have been rescheduled for this afternoon. I've got lots to do.
Investigate what, PJ? You heard her. He's trying to set her up.
Seems a little extreme.
He's an extreme kind of guy, boss. Look at the lengths he's going to go to stop her playing squash, for goodness sake.
And he has breached his intervention order once and warned the consequences. So he knew whatever he was going to do had to be done from a distance.
What about an alibi for her?
None. And in the absence of any other suspects...
What happened to innocent until proven guilty?
Oh, OK, let's not jump to conclusions. We'll just wait till we get some evidence together. Jonah, let's take a walk.
Where to?
Imperial car park and grab the dusters?
It's a wild goose chase, PJ. There is no way that Karen could have got under that car to cut brake lines.
Tess, didn't you say yesterday that a healthy, fit woman could do just about
PJ,
anything?
don't you dare try to turn this around.
Don't you think you're taking everything just a tad too personal?
What? Is this some kind of conspiracy? First it's the boss, then Stuart, then PJ, and now you, and none of you have a clue.
Well, I guess it's a shame we're not more like seahorses.
Seahorses?
Yeah, it's the male that gets pregnant.
Probably the only male anything that knows what it's like to be dismissed as an erratic, hormonal half-wit every time it opens its mouth. Hi.
Oh, I was just on the way back from the office and I thought I'd better pop in and see if everything's all right.
Why wouldn't it be?
Well, when you didn't show for your appointment this morning,
My appointment. No, I'm very sorry.
Look, if you prefer to find someone else to represent you, I'd understand.
No, truly. I got called out first thing this morning and it completely slipped my mind.
That's fine. Just call my secretary and reschedule the appointment.
How about now? I mean, I'm sure that the senior sergeant won't mind giving me some personal time. You were right. I mean, the most important thing is that I give my child the best.
You surprised me, the way you were talking yesterday.
A lot of things have changed since yesterday.
What about contact? Have you changed your mind about that too?
No. I don't want Josh to have anything to do with the child.
And that's your bottom line?
Yes.
And you're aware that things may get a little dirty?
No such thing as a clean fight.
When it takes all.
Found prints.
Under the car.
No, but just about everywhere else, including the bottom of the driver's side door.
Of course you did. That was my car up until a few weeks ago. But it's not going to be big enough for the two of us, so Henry and I swapped.
Look, until we hear back from fingerprints, we don't even know if we've got a match, so...
Speaking of matches, your squash game starts very soon.
Oh, God, is it that late already? I have to go.
You'll be released as soon as we can get through the formalities.
Released? Am I under arrest?
No, not at this stage.
Technically, you're free to go.
Good. Then I'm going.
Well, technically, we can detain you in order to make reasonable inquiries.
Reasonable inquiries. That's a joke, right? Then arrest me. Go on.
Mrs. Townsend, please.
Either arrest me or I'm walking right now.
Karen Townsend, you under arrest for criminal damage and reckless conduct endangering life. I must inform you, you're not obliged to say or do anything, as anything you say or do may be given evidence. Do you understand this? Mrs. Townsend, were you home alone last night?
I told you.
Please tell us again.
Yes, I was at home.
And you didn't leave the house?
No, but ask Robin. She called around 8 to tell me the finals had been moved forward.
And Robin is?
My competition. She's counting on me.
Right. How long were you on the phone?
About 10 minutes.
Which means you had no alibi for most of the night. And considering there's no love lost between you and your husband...
I wouldn't cut his brake lines, you know. I'd douse him in petrol and break his neck, just to be sure.
Mrs. Townsend, you do realise you don't have to answer all these questions. And you have every right to contact your solicitor.
She was informed of her rights, thanks, Sergeant.
Just making sure she understood.
You think Andrew could speed things up?
Be worth a try.
I want to use the phone.
Constable Parrish will organise that. Meanwhile, I'll have a word with Sergeant Gallagher. Outside.
She's entitled to legal representation, PJ.
Yeah, but we didn't have to twist her arm, did we?
Well, the way you were out to bury her, I thought
I'm trying to bury her. I'm trying to get a confession.
For a crime that she didn't commit.
Sergeant, I thought this was now a CIU matter.
Boss, Karen Townsend did not try to kill her ex-husband. Every bone in my body, every instinct is telling me that.
That would be maternal instinct.
PJ, that's enough.
PJ, that'd be my policing instinct. Do you want to get laughed out of court?
What about you, eh? Charging the husband with assault. Not once, but twice. Now, I reckon that's worth a couple of laughs.
Not when a pregnant woman is on the receiving end of
You
it.
are the first person to bark up if anyone questions your judgment.
PJ, come in here, please. Who was it who said just yesterday, we've got to make allowances, go with the flow?
This is whitewater, boss.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far.
I've heard women say that pregnancy turns their brain to mush. But...
Look, it'll all settle down when she moves on to restricted duties.
And if she decides to stick to the bitter end?
It's 40 minus 17.
We could sue for false arrest. You have no evidence for these charges.
Well, we have every right to detain Mrs. Townsend, and you know it.
This is victimisation. Subjecting a pregnant woman to these levels of stress.
I think running around the squash court is pretty stressful, don't you?
I want her released.
Right, well, as soon as we've searched her premises and provided we don't find anything, absolutely.
Mrs. Townsend, you got any objections?
Go for your life. Just make it snappy, would you?
Now, wait a minute. You can't do that. You need to apply for a search warrant.
How long's that going to take?
Oh, just a couple of hours.
Couple of hours?
But if you give your consent, we don't need a warrant.
Why didn't you say so? I consent. Can I go now?
Well, we do need you to be present for the search. That's okay.
Great. Let's go.
Mrs. Townsend, I really don't think you have any reason to oblige these people.
I'm not trying to be obliging. I'm trying to get to a squash match.
No, it's fine.
If you tell me what you're looking for, I'll tell you where I keep it.
Basically, anything that might be used to cut brake lines.
No help there. I'm what you call mechanically impaired. Henry wasted his dough enrolling me in that class.
What are you doing? You were supposed to be at the court half an hour ago.
Sorry, Rob. I've been unavoidably detained.
Not more trouble with Henry.
Yep. I'd swear he was trying to stop me from getting to the game, if he'd known it was today.
But he did know.
How did he know?
Well, he called me last night, wanted me to put in a word for him. I put in a word all right, straight in his ear. And I think I might have mentioned the finals.
Do me a favour, Robin. Take my gear down to the court.
What about you?
I'll be there.
Better. I look pretty stupid competing against myself.
Probably thought we'd lock you up in a nice, safe cell for the day.
As good as, if this takes much longer.
Leave it to me. Hey.
Looks like brake fluid. Now, forensic can check it out.
Oh, come on. I didn't put them there.
Well, who did? Your husband?
Obviously.
Mrs. Townsend, I'm very sorry, but I'm going to need you to come down to the station.
Oh, this is crazy.
Come on, PJ. Surely this can wait till after the match.
No, it can't, Sergeant.
Come on.
I just wanted to know how things were going with my wife.
No, you can't see her, Mr. Townsend.
I don't want to see her. I just want to know where she is.
Yeah, well, she's not here.
Well, then where is she?
Well, she went back to the house to assist with the search.
Okay, but where is she now?
Well, I don't know. Why?
Never mind.
Isn't Tess back yet?
No.
Well, they can't be that far away.
They were ahead of us.
Yeah, they're probably off having coffee with their solicitor.
Or maybe she escorted Mrs. Townsend to the squash game.
Parrish, see if you can raise Sergeant Gallagher on the radio.
Boss, Tess wouldn't do that.
She's pretty fired up, mate. She could do anything.
Well, what about Henry? You don't think he'd show up there too, do you?
He wouldn't be that stupid, surely.
I was pretty antsy when he heard she wasn't here.
I think it's high time I went to see my first squash tournament. Who's winning?
Karen is, of course. No way I would have stuck my neck out this far otherwise.
Yes, well, we'll discuss your neck when we get back to the station. In the meantime, you haven't seen Henry Townsend, have you? Didn't think he'd be that stupid.
Think again, boss. Early 30s. Possible miscarriage.
Wasn't your fault.
It was a boy. Son.
And Mrs. Townsend?
She was very lucky. There was no internal damage.
We're very sorry, Mr. Townsend.
I thought I could stop this from happening. I thought I'd done everything in my power to stop it from happening.
Including cutting the brake lines to your car. We're going to need to interview you back at the station.
Now?
No. Can wait till tomorrow morning. I think we've all had enough for one day.
The doctor said that Karen can still have children.
Well, that's something.
Yeah. Yeah, it's something.
Yeah, PJ, message from a woman who saw your ad in the shop window, the one for the bed.
Huh? You are not selling your new bed.
Yeah, no, the old lumpy one.
Oh, forget it, mate. You could pay someone $50 to get rid of that thing.
Ah, PJ doesn't want his $50 back. No, he wants 100.
Oh, good. That should just about cover Ben and my physio bills.
Remember to add a few things to tidy up. Won't be been eating that for a while. Not till after the baby's born, anyway. Boss, have you got a minute? You've all been really patient with me. What with the divorce and the baby, I've been a bit off the air for a while.
How's the divorce going, may I ask?
I don't want Josh back in my life. Whatever else happens, I'm not going back there.
Fair enough.
But I did call Andrew Vale, and I told him I wouldn't be needing him anymore. Josh isn't going to give me any trouble. Not if I don't contest his right to see the child. You know, maybe I didn't realise how important fatherhood was to some blokes.
To most blokes.
Anyway, thanks again. Josh? Yeah, it's me. Can you talk?